Alright, welcome back to XCOM 2 War of the Chosen. This is part 2 of the mission. We're pretty much in a difficult spot. Backline that we see over here is being threatened by 2 zombies. Frontline that we see over here. We almost have a dead double agent and yeah, just a couple of really nasty enemies that fight against us. So probably our Templar is just in a difficult spot, let's put it this way. But the thing that worries me the most is probably the Warlock over here, and the option for him to summon further spectral zombies. I really don't want that to happen. So let's go. I'd say I would want to start with the backline here. Let's move into a position from where we can start to arrest the zombie. The one with the lower hit points is maybe killable. The one with the higher hit points is supposedly going to explode, if I remember correctly. Right, so that's one down. I want to keep the agent. The agent is currently down to 5 hit points, so might as well put him into full cover back here. Reload next round and just take it from there. And for the Mystic, let's try to deal as much damage as possible. Lightning Hands straight up into the rear of this guy. And let's continue hitting. Oh, nice, that's a stun. That is indeed pretty good. If the shield bearer is stunned, we could stay here, because what that means is we are most likely only getting attacked by the zombie because we're closest, and depending on not whether this guy explodes, the zombie will either hit or try to explode himself. So let's go for a parry, shall we? And over here, I would say we are continuing to go for the chrysalid in the hopes of dealing enough damage. Yeah. Problem is, if they are not like on lower ground, the towers really have a hard time hitting them. So, last thing I'd like to do is I decided to actually start chipping off the armor from the Warlock. So we'll take a sting and the Warlock starts being shredded. Just lost the hack, which means the tower is now still considered an enemy. They will attack it, but we don't really have control over it. And that's fine, I suppose. Just need to make sure that the Warlock stays in range. Everything else doesn't really matter. There's the self-destruct. Self-destruct is a nasty option, but it'll only deal 3 to 4 damage instead of the full damage. Okay, so back to our situation. Before we deal with the chosen one, let's try to deal with the zombie here with an amplify. There we go. And a strike. Nice. It means we're back to 3 focus, and we're just moving the hell out of here. The zombie's down to 6 hit points. Which means we could move up to here.
Sure thing.
And maybe take a shot to get it to kill it. Looking at 80% here. Yeah, let's reload. Looking at another 80% here. Okay. I want to be a bit greedy and just hit him with Tapper here instead of with our Grenadier. Because if Tapper kills it, this guy is going to explode. The explosion will shred the shield bearer, and we might even be able to kill the shield bearer on top of the zombie. So let's see if the greed turns out to be okay. Of course it doesn't. Well, I suppose we gotta do what we gotta do. Oh no, are you kidding me? Seriously? Good. I mean, if that's the case, it means we need to pull back further. Because what the zombie is going to do is he's going to explode right at... he's just going to explode like right here. Which means the Templar is out in the open. Yeah. By the way, that... I mean, you can argue, okay, maybe I should have marked him first, because then the second shot would more likely have hit. But realistically, two shots not hitting at 80%, that by itself is already rare. Well, what's a good position here? We need a position where we can see this guy. And I'm a bit afraid that he might jump down further just to get out of line of sight. It is a very interesting idea to just explode and remote start this container. Maybe though we wait until the Warlock is in range, because the remote explosion also deals 2 shredding damage, and that would be a really nice extra effect. So let's just wait in Overwatch. Yeah, that's never going to hit, so lucky for us, the Purifier has into full cover is not an easily hittable target. And again, lucky for us, the shield bearer acts before the zombie can act, which means the zombie acts last and will now explode itself to get rid of the tree line here. Which is a shame, because I really wanted to kill the zombie. Alright, Chosen moves. Chosen moves again. Perfect. Alright, no way. It's not, no, it's not, wow. It's moving over that far just to hit 2. Okay, gotta give him kudos for the hard work that he put in to actually pull this one off. Not bad. So, we're amplifying. And I'd like to say that this here maybe will already kill him. Nope, it's not. We're probably going to stay there.
Is it clear?
Let's try to mark and kill the shield bearer. Perfect.
There you go.
Shield bearer is down. So we're going to go into parry mode, which means if this guy explodes, because he's now going, maybe going to be executed, well, he's probably not going to be executed. Let's not fool ourselves. What we're going to do is we're going to position ourselves here, and we're going to heal ourselves.
Gremlin, get on the heels.
That was the last healing charge. Chosen One still not in range, but that's fine. Let's just Overwatch and Overwatch. That's going to be a parry. Oh no! Oh no! Oh god! How could I have forgotten about that? I was mentally so sure that the purifier would just continue to just stay there. I totally forgot about the grenade. Clear mistake from my side, which now costs us at least 8 hit points. So kudos for the grenade. That was actually a pretty good idea. Well, it's more than 8. Gosh. Yeah, that sucks. We need to hunker down. It really does. I mean, just lost a lot of hit points.
You will pay the price.
So this guy is being stunned. I'm still miffed about the fact that I totally missed the opportunity to kill him right away and instead ate the grenade. That was stupid.
Go forth and honor the elders with your actions.
Interesting. These guys kind of seem to search for a hidden enemy. All right. Warlock, move down. Let's continue to progress to here. I'm not wasting lightning hands because I think if we will find the warlock soon, we would be better off with me still having lightning hands. Alright, this guy's down. Advanced stock and intel. That's not bad. The advanced stock is pretty good. So let's move up, and I'd like to reload here so we can take a couple of Overwatch shots. The Warlock finally is in a position where we can exploit the fact that he's in explosion range. Might as well move to here, which will allow us to see him but still not be in explosion range ourselves. And then we're remote starting. No way did I just fuck that up. Oh my god. This here is full cover and it doesn't count as part. Oh my god, that was stupid. Okay, anyways, let's move over here. I just want to have vision onto the Warlock. For now, that's fine. Having the extra option to shred him with that explosion would have been really, really helpful, and we would have dealt 12 damage to this trooper on top of it. So that chance now is gone, but still. Maybe the Warlock just stays in the position. That would be fantastic. Just stay there, dude. Yeah, he decided to just stay there, which I think is it's a fair gesture. He forfeited his turn, just like I forfeited the last one. And there we go. Nice little 12 damage. He's immune to explosion damage, but it's still going to count against his armor. I forgot about the fact that he was immune to explosion damage, so I'm still convinced that that's the right play, but it would have been, of course, sweeter if the trooper would have still been in range. Okay, so with that being said, let's maybe position ourselves a bit more clever. Overwatch, 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 and Overwatch. Maybe the Warlock starts to get into our come into our direction. Definitely don't want to trigger the other pack. That would be too much. The Warlock plus Gatekeeper would probably end our mission. We would need to evacuate. Now they spotted us out with the Chrysalid in tow. The Warlock should also start to proceed heading towards us, which he clearly isn't. So what we're going to do instead is we're going to move back a bit if the Chrysalid comes, and I'd like to entertain the idea of not receiving Chrysalid poison, because Chrysalid poison, to my understanding, continues to tick on and on and on, which would be very bad because we're not having any charges left on our medkit. So that would actually suck. The Warlock is burning. That's good. It's not immune against that. Tower is almost down. And the chrysalid is going to charge in. Double movement, positioned himself in a nice, on a nice spot. That, however, sucks a little bit, because now we got to deal with 3 additional spectral zombies.
The time for hiding is over.
I do have an idea how we can deal with them, though. I actually do have a good idea how we can deal with them. Alright, let's take a fair look, shall we? Moving over here. If we were to remote start this, we need to take our soldiers out of range, elsewise that's going to be very painful. And I'd like to entertain the idea of moving them over here. And over here.
I hope it's worth it.
Now, let's start the whole gamble with a nice little remote start. That in itself is 48 points of damage. Super valuable. Almost the best we could have asked for. Now, moving on. If this spectral zombie here, like right in front of us, is going to explode, we might want to stay a little further away from it. That's exactly what we're doing currently. Like the idea of moving over, taking the lightning hand shots. Did we really just not kill it? Oh, that's too bad. Let's try that again. Good, because this explosion just adds onto the other explosion and now killed the chrysalid, plus substantially weakened the others. We now move in and kill the other 2 zombies. There we go, 1 down. And I actually like the idea of killing all of them.
Okay, so I got one. Can't engage.
Having the momentum to move to here. Don't want to move too close because the gatekeeper could spot us out. So moving to here. And taking Overwatch. He's now trying to either mind control or use some dirty mind tricks on us. If the gatekeeper could just move away, that would be perfect, because then we can engage onto the warlock without pulling the gatekeeper on top of it. There's the Mind Scourge. Since we have the good old Mind Shield, we're completely immune against that. Okay. I mean, this here is an issue because the gatekeeper will spot us out if we're going to go into melee. Like, all of this here is already, like this here, these fields are being spotted out by the gatekeeper. No chance for us to do anything. Which means our only way to deal with the situation appropriately is to somewhat pull back. We need to fall back. Elsewise, this whole thing here will not go well for us. So let's reload. Get into full cover.
Rolling out.
I am thinking about, I'm thinking about, no, it's not worth it. We don't want to be caught out in the open. It's just not worth it. So instead, let's move back here. Which means they need to at least move a little bit. I don't know how far he will move. He cannot summon zombies yet, so let's hunker down to just provide a no good target whatsoever. I like the position and the blocking of the ladder here. Let's see what the enemy is going to do. Yeah, full cover plus hunker down. That was probably the right call. Warlock's moving up. Well, I think we now just now spotted out the gatekeeper.
Ready to be redeemed.
Let us put ourselves into a solid position. The Warlock anyways can move up to us, so I'm not afraid about the Warlock at all. I rather want to shred him. So he's now down to 0 armor, which is good. I like it. This here would put us into a decent cover position where we can also... Oh no, we can't hit him. Ah, too bad. We could deal with a trooper, but I kind of feel that the Warlock would be a better choice for us. If we were to move to here, well, the Warlock can jump walls. I was thinking about if we were to move to here, we could even trap him. So let's start attacking him right away. Warlock is probably... We're definitely going to go for parry here.
Never slow my service to the Elder's vision. Rest assured, you will pay for
Hmm.
Absolutely.
So question is, should we just suppress the trooper? Which would most likely mean that he's not going to hit. Again, a difficult choice. We do have a 50-50 to hit him, which I think is a fair chance. We're still good on hit points, and I'm more concerned if we're now suppressing him that we constantly will lose her action just to continue to suppress him. So instead, let's start hitting this guy. And I would argue that we're rather giving her the 8 protocol, so she's in full cover and can take another overwatch shot with threat assessment. That's a better idea, and we're overwatching over here as well. That was the shot from the gatekeeper. So the parry already worked out very well. We're now fighting a gatekeeper stun lancer. Oh shit! I mean, we need to take care about the smaller ones. We can't go for the warlock. That's exactly what I did not want to happen. I definitely didn't want to fight the warlock plus the gatekeeper pack. This is just such a bad idea. Come on, resist. Well, dazed.
We have a soldier down. Get them back on their feet on the double.
Alrighty, first target, stun lancer. I mean, we now need to hit them one by one. Stun lancer can knock people unconscious. It's absolutely a no-brainer to not let that happen. Which means we're going to go in. He's disoriented, and we're probably keeping our momentum. Let's move into full cover. Yeah, we can't kill the stun lancer. He's in full cover. Let's go for the trooper instead. I'm a bit afraid about the mind control, because that might happen.
Roger that.
Not really sure if we can do anything other than really killing these guys. And if 80 and 90% shots are not hitting, we're just in a bad position. That's it. There's a parry, which is an option for us to at least parry the stun lancer, and or yeah, parry the stun lancer. So these two guys need to die first. Unfortunately, the warlock will now start using mind control. I'm pretty sure he's going to hit someone with it. He double moved because I assume he wants to extract information here.
I will be standing at the threshold of your precious avenger.
Let's continue to go for the stun lance and see if we can get it down. Gosh, even when being marked, We seem to have no luck getting it down. Alright, reload and hit the stun lancer. There's the shredding. I know how I want to deal with this situation here, so don't worry about it for a second. I'll explain it in a brief moment. We actually should hopefully hit this guy. So this is full cover, and I like full cover, but they are so close together that with the Mind Scourge, both of them could be disabled. Which means I'm going to move into half cover. Although suboptimal cover, but that's how much pressure the chosen one is dealing to us. This is ridiculous. I'm sorry, but it really is ridiculous. Couldn't kill the stun lancer like I wanted it to. Anyways, let's deal with the chosen one, which is effectively moving over here, hitting it, using our momentum to get into range, to get this guy up, getting this guy up.
Your efforts at rectifying past mistakes will garner no praise from me, Commander.
I mean, it's just the stun lancer should have died like thrice by now. What I'm afraid about is that the stun lancer is now going to go in and will actually hit someone unconscious, because that's usually what he does. Luckily for us, he did not.
Your troops grow weary of your failures.
There's the Mind Scourge, we're immune, so very helpful for us. And we're already in range to get up the trooper. Okay, so back to business. Third try now. How can we actually get the stun lancer down? Number one, let's mark him and focus on killing him. But 84% shot misses. It's just at that point it is almost comical. He dodges the follow-up shot. I'm going back into full cover because the Mind Scourge is on cooldown and I don't want to be hit again. Critical shot gets him down to 1 HP. Reload, hit, kill. Gosh, that was uncomfortable. Let's continue to res the chosen one. I like the idea of having like this one-on-one battle here. The trooper is going to be the next target for us. Luckily, we managed to move ourselves into full cover. Chosen One is mind controlling yet another trooper, but fails to do so because he is immune against these shenanigans. I'll save my grenade for the gatekeeper, who still has 4 armor. Gotta work with the resources that you have. Gotta work with the resources that you have. And at the moment, that's not a lot. Finally, we're hitting something. Reload and kill this guy, hopefully. Good. So that means we're down to dealing with the Chosen One. No, let's not deal with the... let's just not deal with the gatekeeper on top of the Chosen One. What we can do is... we can start to further harass this guy. There we go. There we go. And then use... I mean... I think we could go for parry. He's immune against all of the psi effects. Well, it wouldn't be too bad. But still. Let's go down. The gatekeeper so far hasn't engaged, and I like to keep it that way. Should be probably careful with the kinetic plating, so he doesn't get extra hit points. Alright, very short bio break. I think I know how we can play that. Alright, back. So, I think I know how we're playing it. For whatever reason, the gatekeeper seems to be stuck up there. The Chosen One will double move in order to get back here, and we will just abuse that. So what we're going to do is we're continuing to harass him. So let's move back down here. That's fine. And now that the Chosen One is moving in, I like to reload Overwatch. Probably move over to here. And Overwatch.
Closely.
And we are going to 8 protocol ourselves for an Overwatch with threat assessment. And we're overwatching on top of it, which means at least 2, optimally 3 reaction shots. So there it goes. Warlock is moving in. It's being marked and executed. Woo-ha! I like it when a plan works. I did not, for the record, I did not plan on actually executing it. I really just want to hit him.
You have shamed me once again in the eyes of my masters, but I trust in their vision.
Wow,
They were weak,
that was impressive.
cold here.
Now it's only a gatekeeper left.
But there's no trace of that chosen left. I've got a feeling we haven't seen the last of them. Still, at least we ruined their plans today.
We have no more means to hide ourselves. And unfortunately, it seems that we also have not that many options to actually get up there and hit the eyeball. It's not moving. We have already found that out. We can't get back into stealth. So someone's got to take the lead on the eyeball. I'm just not sure who's it going to be. Probably the Reaper. Even if he would be hit, that wouldn't be enough damage to kill him. And we might want to start, yeah, actually shredding the gatekeeper. So, moving in deeper, I'm just thinking we could move over here and then just go all the way up here and start hitting it.
I can cover it.
Affirmative.
All right. Is he going to move? No. Yes.
The elders pursue me.
Interesting. So I suppose we need to have good cover first. It's a bit of an issue with the gatekeeper because the explosion here blew away all of the cover almost. What we could do in the meantime, whilst everyone's getting into position, is, to be honest, we can just go in and start parrying. Because in a 1-on-1, the Templar is actually a machine. So there we go. We are just parrying. And since he's immune against all of the mine shenanigans, we should be fine. Let me get over here so we can lob another grenade next. Reload here.
I'm reloading.
Absolutely.
Move over, reload. And basically move over as well. So everyone's kind of out of line of sight. Only one in line of sight is the Templar, who is very much parrying
The invaders move against me.
this guy. And since we're not on a timer, I wonder if it might be a good idea to just continue one-on-oneing this guy.
We should do something about that armor.
Because currently I don't see that we're actually going to take damage.
I'm ready.
I'll keep an eye on it.
You know what? Let's just reload and see how this is proceeding.
Overwatch.
I'm on it.
Because the way it currently works out, we can parry him every round. It's a bit of a lame tactic against only a single enemy, but to be honest, it's very effective.
It only damaged the armor.
All right,
Affirmative. Covering now.
very solid position. I like it. And I think we can all agree that the VIP of this mission is definitely the Templar. I'm super impressed with how well he does against some of the higher level enemies. Damage against closed eye is mediocre, so
Scanning.
that can be improved, but since he's not taking any damage, it's actually not bad. Yet another parry, very nice.
I can't avoid their attacks for much longer.
I think the Gatekeeper, unless we screw this up, like quite literally does have no way of hurting us.
They're well protected.
Slowly getting focus back, that's good. Parrying,
Moving to Overwatch.
and the rest of the team is overwatching.
Affirmative. Covering now.
We got him down to 33 hit points. I mean, we don't want to stand there when he explodes,
So long.
but I think that won't be an issue yet.
I strike for my people. The elders have protected them well.
Overwatch.
My turn.
Down to 27.
On Overwatch.
They would try to shake my confidence.
And I love it how he always opens up the shell
A focused strike of power.
so we can retaliate even harder.
I only struck their armor.
Disorientation plus another focus, so good. I wish there would be more focus than 3, because once the Templar is having his focus,
Got it covered.
he's actually pretty strong.
I'm under fire. Feel the power of the Templar.
I could optimize the damage a bit with Lightning Hands, just to deal 1 more damage,
I'm on it.
but I feel just for the sake of speeding this up,
Come get some.
I might skip on it.
They come for me. A righteous strike.
Oh, super good. I love it.
Only the armor.
Got it covered.
Reapers are always vigilant. Moving to Overwatch.
The invaders move against me.
So how about... Okay, so we would be able to see this guy if we would move up. Okay, that's all I wanted to know. So how about we move a bit back, let's say to here. How about we lightning hands, just so we get some damage in. Fair enough. It's now going to close. That's good. Okay. How about we continue to then mind thrust him with a volt. I wanted to be out of range, but yet still I wasn't. Disappointing.
All right, I'll go.
I think we just killed all of the enemies. Not 100% sure. There might be one chrysalid left. But there's a high likelihood that we literally just killed everyone. Nope, there's still one chrysalid left. I knew it.
I hope it's worth it.
Need to be just a bit careful with the chrysalid. Overwatch, Overwatch. Overwatch, Overwatch, and Overwatch. Let's see if the chrysalid attacks. If not, I might just finish the mission.
Menace 1-5, status confirmed. X4 charges are armed. Move to the extraction point for immediate evac.
Can I get an evac here?
Okay, so next round we're going to extract and then this mission is over.
Advent reinforcements inbound.
Oh, I forgot we still have reinforcements. You know what? I mean, just for the sake of fun, since the reinforcements can't immediately act, how about we position ourselves inside of the extraction zone
I'm going.
and just do a full overwatch.
Moving to Overwatch.
I won't let them pass.
Scanning. No one gets by me.
Best case, we're going to kill someone and get some extra XP. Worst case, we need to extract. Yeah, we're probably not going to kill the priest, and the priest is the leader of the pack and moves first, so we might just extract. Well, maybe we almost just killed this guy.
Put up the armor.
Armor's decent.
Okay. Yeah, I would say GG, guys.
Ready for a surprise.
Take that grenade and see you later.
Ready to boogie.
Our direct damage output is really bad, but we got other good options. My favorite part of this mission, maybe you can comment down below what your favorite part of this mission was. My favorite part of this mission was probably the 48 damage that the exploding car was dealing. That was entertaining. There you go, one last kill. Good job, buddy.
Evacuating the area.
Menace 1-5.
Well, well. I think that was a deserved victory. It was a hard mission, though. Whenever the Warlock shows up, it is indeed a hard mission. But Operation Bonesong had been successful, guys. I love it. That was an intense fought battle, and at the end we prevailed. And the ironic part about it is we actually decided to go into the facility. No one was forcing us. So also a bit of a lessons learned there. Maybe we should be a bit more careful when going for these facilities, because without a damage dealer, like the sniper is really an important element of the group. And although the Templar did super well, and also the Reaper on its own did pretty good, I was noticing that with only four players, or 4 soldiers in a SWAT, it's really difficult without a dedicated damage dealer. So we got ourselves a promotion, where we're clearly going for chain shot. I love it. Torch is wounded for 4 days. We got 4 days, 4 days, 5 days, and 7 days. Well, that's not too bad, I suppose. Reduced the avatar progress, delayed the avatar project, and overall just rocked the house. So let's take a look where we stand. From a research perspective, we're currently looking at Berserker Queen to get the armor going. From a resistance comms perspective, no, rather from the, where is it? Goddamn, from the resistance ring perspective, we are collecting intel, and I'm waiting for the next mission to actually send our main team in and upgrade. In the armory, yeah, we have a mildly wounded squad, so, but we still have enough people left over for yet another mission. Got a sergeant, a lieutenant, specialist, grenadier, a reaper. Well, that's good enough in my book. Probably missing a sharpshooter, but we could train a new one. So I guess why not? Yeah, speaking about sharpshooters, we got 2 Colonel sharpshooters, and then it's Slinger, and after Slinger we have like no one. So yeah, I'm toying with the idea just to, since we are gathering intel, just to use the missions that are currently available for us. Maybe not another one in the area where the Warlock is at, because the Warlock really stings as an enemy. Do we have any other facility? No, that's the stronghold. Definitely we're not going to do that right now. We only have... oh gosh. We're only having that one facility here. Difficult choice. My logic currently is the following. I want to maximize as much the time as much as possible. Currently, what I'm seeing is that it would be helpful for us. That would be helpful for us to actually get rid of the second last facility. Yeah, that would be very helpful. Can't yet make contact, but we will do that soon. Need +1 contact there. Yeah, let me think that through. I mean, this here is again in the territory of the Warlock. And yeah, probably we're going to wait a couple of days, because I don't want to go in with a newbie team, and there's really no... There is currently really no reason for us to do that. As for intel, we could use more. Elarium crystals and alloys are fine. Grenades and ammunition is not bad either, but I think we're going to go with the intel here.
Avenger plotting new course.
And just leave the last facility for now. One last thing to check, because I haven't checked that before, is in our infirmary, negative trade removal. Edgar Allan Poe has just recovered, and I think we wanted to give him a negative fear of Archons. We don't want to. We don't want our sniper to have a fear of Archons. So I think that's the first thing that we wanted to do. Yep, there we go. How many days is that going to take? 11 days. Okay. Well, good enough. Now I slowly get the hang of what we wanted to do. We wanted to remove the negative traits. And there is our intel. So, got a promotion for Praetel out of it. That's great. Got dodge +7 on Roby here. And I think we want. There were a couple of really good missions. So let me reconstruct what I wanted to do. Soldier bonding was one of the aspects. The health part was not bad either, but we specifically wanted to have stat upgrades. Reduce avatar progress, that's fine. Mobility is good. Willpower is fine. I think we wanted to go for the resistance context. Yeah, I think that was the first topic that we wanted to have. +5 will. Did we have something with aim? Yeah, there you go. Aim +2. We wanted to do that as well. But this is going to take us 11 days. And I'm not sure. I think I also had the soldier bond to the next threshold kind of idea. Probably not, because they are at level 2. Oh no, we wanted to get it up to level 3. Yeah, I remember we wanted to get it up to level 3. That was the whole idea. So if we were to put in Roby, he would be together with Zirkim. The two of them didn't really bond super well. It took us a while to bond them, right? No, I might be wrong. Gosh, it had been so long. Damn it. Renman and Edgar are 7.5. Well, they are above average. I think we still wanted to go with the bonding. So just from a priority perspective, okay. Stats, we wanted to increase aim, and we wanted to increase mobility. So we got aim here. Scientist doesn't matter at the moment. We got mobility plus a bond, which is probably the best thing that we can get, and it's only 6 days, so that's kind of a no-brainer almost. Health is fine. It's okay, but yeah, it's okay. Nothing more, nothing less. This is a shitty reward. Health is okay. Superior weapon upgrade, not really needed, but the speed would be nice. Reduce avatar project is good. I like it. but again, we're down to 2 bleeps at the moment. There is not much to reduce. The superior PCS might be interesting together with the hacking, but 9 days is too much for it. This here is probably what I would want to go for as well, because we're missing the last resistance contact. And let's start with the bond and then go for the resistance contact. The will +5 is also not bad. I also like aim +2, but I know the maximum reward that you can get is aim +4, and for aim +2 for 11 days doesn't really add up in my book. So let's take Roby onto this mission. And Roby's partner, Zircom. Let's use a couple of supplies to make sure that they're not wounded. That's fine. And both of them should go onto the next threshold. Question is who gets the +1 mobility. And I would say here we'll give Zircom the mobility because he's actually going to be the one running around a lot. So yeah, Zircom and Roby both will get to the next bond level. I like it.
Let's just hope your people can keep up.
Let's also upgrade Cradle Mox here. Finally, Captain Rank. With Captain Rank comes Combat Presence, and Combat Presence is by far the best ability in the kit of the Skirmisher. So we're buying that right away. What else does he have? Well, the Retribution isn't too bad, specifically when we're fighting against larger hit point enemies, because it'll trigger quite some time. In a normal game, I would probably not skill it. Here, it can be discussed. I'm not a big fan of Interrupt, and Volatile Mix will not be good for him. No, not at all. So maybe either Retribution next for 13 points. We're not really having grenades with him. Maybe Reflex, because he's going to be fired at in this kind of setup. Maybe Reflex, that will give him an extra action. But I don't want to spend XCOM points on him. So we're leaving it as is. I like the superior stock idea, but I would probably prefer, specifically for him, to have an insta-kill chance, which apparently doesn't work. So we got the expanded magazine. We could go for critical chance improvement. It's not bad. We could go for damage if the target is not being hit. A superior stock is actually not a bad idea for him. And since we can remodel the weapons anyways, might as well go for it for now. So yeah. Looking at our team, I mean, we would have a Skirmisher, Reaper, a Specialist, and a Grenadier. Kind of almost makes up for a full team. So we could give it a shot, or we'll just wait 2 days until most of these guys are back and use proper soldiers when we infiltrate the next facility. Nice, we got the Berserker Queen, which is perfect. With the Berserker Queen, we got the Rage suit, which is one of my favorite suits. I really like it. Can't use any weapon upgrades. Psionics are not interesting for us as well at the moment. I'm thinking about what we might want to do. I mean, we could go for Intel. The Andromedon one, that, wait a second, what does that heal? I think, oh yeah, grenades. We don't need to do that. Gatekeeper Autopsy would give us the highest psi weapon in the game. Chrysalid Autopsy would give us Hazmat Vests, not too bad. Berserker would give us the stim drugs, and that here would give us the sustenance one use item. I already said that we're not going to play with psionics because it would make the playthrough too easy, so that's on the ban list as well. Which means, out of all of the options, I would almost say let's go and get some Intel first, because we can use that at the black market. And once we're done with it, I think we might want to start progressing the storyline. You know what? We have enough Intel. Let's just start progressing the storyline, because we get a bonus mission out of the black site vial, and I like to do it. Gives us some more experience, gives us some more time, and we can already progress the storyline. So why not?
Defense facility now operational.
Oh, holy moly! Finally, the defense matrix. How about we increase it to quad turrets? Wouldn't that be fun? Yes, it would. So let's get into the power relay. Let's put another engineer here, because realistically there's not much more that we could build, maybe with the exception of psionics, but we already said that we don't want to do that. So defense matrix, yes please, upgrade. 4 towers, and all 4 of them have increased stats. That's what I'm talking about. Next time we're being shut down, I am expecting us to actually put up a good fight. The aliens step up their construction effort, reducing the alien facility counter by 4 weeks. I don't mind that. This, however, is bad. Advent, there's a risk of ambush on all covered actions. That means a couple more missions, probably. That means a couple more missions, probably. So we could go for Avenger power, which we do not really need. Grenade ammunition, alloy celerium crystals. We need nothing of that. So might as well go for the power, because it's a permanent upgrade for our Avenger and it frees up some of the engineers. There we go. So increased the cohesion with one another, gained experience, which is irrelevant, and mobility +1. So wait a second. If we reach the next level, I would expect that our training center allows us to improve the soldier's bond. There we go. The two now finally work on their issues together and get their shit sorted out. Great. Because we need bond level 3 in order to defeat the Chosen Ones. It gives us a couple more extra actions. So when we fight against the actual Chosen with the Sarcophagus, it'll help us to combat that. If I look at Renman's stats, his aim is already quite decent. I think his willpower definitely would need to be increased a little bit, but also dodge can be increased and mobility. I got to appreciate dodge even more because over time, dodge allows you to just take less damage, and that in this game mode, dodge is really good because it'll just make you more tanky, way more tanky. So, looking at the options that we do have, I think the idea with the resistance contracts is not bad. Ambush chance is high. That's perfect. So I guess the lesson here is we're going to be ambushed every single mission from now on. Great. So I'm thinking about if the resistance contact is worth it. Probably it is. So let's give Renman +5 willpower. Let's add a soldier to his side who can actually work in these ambush scenarios quite well. I think the two of them will make a perfect team. Let's make sure we're not being captured. It's bad enough that there's a high chance of being wounded and a high chance of being ambushed. Like, that's really bad. So let's get the +1 contacts. And the willpower on top of it. Which kind of leaves us with the situation that our prime team is somewhat either removing negative traits or improving their bond, or on a mission. So over the next 6 days, we are looking at we're actually looking at working with the second team only. Thinking about which, might want to go for the black side vial next.
Priority message coming through, Commander. Putting it
Oh, we finished the month.
Progress against the aliens over the past month has been significant, Commander, but there is still room to improve.
Well, overall, I suppose with everything that we've done, it went reasonably well. We got a very good income. Let's see what the Chosens are doing. Well, they are getting even stronger. Their attacks decrease the will of any soldier within sight. Wow, that's a rough ability. An additional dark event. He will continue to train. He's already super strong. Why would he need to continue to train? Gosh. Minor breakthrough. Some advanced soldiers are equipped with rounds that cause bleeding status. Okay, we need to counter this one here. And this is bad as well. All of them are bad, but I think we need to counter the stiletto rounds. Yeah, we're pretty fine here. We haven't really received anything major as an upgrade. Okay, let me see what kind of missions we would have.
We might take the elders by surprise if we switch up our
Because we just started the other mission, which is fine. Can we actually... apparently we can't even interrupt it. I never tried to interrupt a mission, but I was curious whether there are better missions. So there's still the resistance contacts thing here. Counter chosen activity is not too bad. Well, the more important or more interesting part is really down here, which is the reward. This here is also a very nice reward, Volunteer Army, giving us the option for an extra resistance soldier in the XCOM squad. Since we only have 4 soldiers, that's really, really good. So yeah, I mean, we can look at that once the mission is over. I think we are skipping forward to the Black Site project now, and we'll do that mission next. There we go. That's the Black Site.
I've updated our latest operational objectives, Commander.
Might as well start looking at the Codex brain. And there is the bonus mission. 16 enemies. We're looking at Spectres and Sectopods, so heavy mechanical units. Codices on top of it, and a lot of Advent, plus my beloved Archons. I'll prepare that mission, and this is exactly where we're going to start the next video, when we're finally progressing the storyline a little bit. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed it, leave a comment down below and tell me what you liked most. Thanks, have a great day.